Hi, it's Kevin May, the Editor-in-Chief of PhocusWire, one of our partner interviews here with CarTrawler. Aileen McCormack, welcome. You're the Chief Commercial Officer at CarTrawler.
Yeah.
Thank you
Great.
very much for joining us.
Worries.
Okay, a little bit of background about you. You've got an interesting history. You used to work for Ryanair, but you've been with CarTrawler for a while. Kind of, what do you do? How does it fit in?
So I've been with CarTrawler 7 years. Before CarTrawler, I was head of ancillaries at Ryanair. So for over 10 years, I've worked with airlines in the ancillary space. So I look after all of our commercial aspects of our business in terms of the airline partnerships that we sign, our marketing, how we look after the CarTrawler brand. But one of the most recent parts that I'm looking after is our mobility business.
Yep.
So back in 2015, CarTrawler acquired a company called Cabforce.
Yep.
Off the back of all of our airlines going, we want someone that does what you do for car rental to do something for airport transfers. And that's where that all kind of stemmed from, and it's grown since then. But we ring-fenced all those elements of our business to create our mobility business unit, and that reports into me. So that's the end-to-end mobility business, from product and tech, partner management, sales, supply content, revenue management. And we've relaunched that product, and the product we offered to airlines 6 months ago. Been a little bit of a victim of our own success. So we went out and said, this is our new product. Not a bad thing, but we've already had 8 pretty big airlines take our new mobility product. We also have about 30 other airlines using our old one. So we're going to be upgrading them to our new mobility product, then integrating the new partners in the new one as well. So.
Okay, so just give us a kind of a bit more of a detailed view. What is the value of mobility? And really, why should airlines kind of take note of it if they're not already?
Yeah, so from an airline perspective, the addressable market is about 38 billion. So it's pretty massive. Mm-hmm. So if you look at 2017, there was 3 billion airport transfers that year. And at the minute, globally, there's only about 12% of airlines that offer mobility. So you'll have loads of airlines that offer car parking and lounges and fast track, and only 12% offering mobility, which is a bit insane. So yeah, it's crazy. So there's just a massive opportunity for airlines to do that. But I think airlines are lost and they don't know how to do that. And now all of a sudden there's this massive surge of mobility providers. Should I work with an Uber? Should I work with a Lyft? Should I work with a GDS? Whoever it may be. Whereas we've created a product that they only have to integrate one piece of code into their app or SDK. Yep. And they have all of the pre-book content, which is transfers to and from the airport. Mm-hmm. They have all of the ride-hailing content. So we have most of the ride-hailing companies integrated in that as well. And it's all just done through CarTrawler. So they already work with us for car rental, well, most of them do anyway. So it's easy for them just to switch us on.
And it is a flick of a switch almost.
Well,
a bit of code, you said.
Yeah, when you say that to an airline, they tend to, and I'm sure to spit in your face that it's only a flick of a switch, but it's SDK, it integrates within their own app, and that's why they like it really a lot, that they're not linking out. Most other mobility companies want you to link out to their app, whereas ours stays within the airline's native app.
Okay.
The other piece is that our app lets airline customers burn their miles against it. So if you're an Emirates customer, I'm an Emirates customer and I never have enough points to burn against a flight, whereas what our product would let you do is burn your points against rides. So if you're in destination and you're on your holiday, you're using the airline app to get around, and that's the big differentiator with our product.
Okay, and lastly, I mean, what's kind of next for mobility? Where does it all kind of go from here, and what are you going to do to make sure that you're kind of keeping up with it?
I think one of the big things is getting our new product live with all of our airline partners. Mm-hmm. We're only asking for 3 touch points, so the app, manage booking and push notifications, and then just bringing on more and more content. So we work with over 100 airlines globally. Mm-hmm. So it's taken us 12 years to get all the content in the world for car rental. We're on that journey now for mobility. We've pretty much better content than everyone else, but we're still not finished. So the product, the tech is all there. For me, it's just filling the supply gaps now.
And does that take time, do you think?
It takes time because remember that we work with we work with Ryanair, we work with Swiss, we work with Emirates, Jetstar, we work with loads of airlines. But, they want to make sure that we vetted the suppliers that go live in their apps or on their website. So we vet the supply content we put up there. But when you get into ride hailing and airport transfers, that gets quite challenging.
Because it's can be a bit of a Wild West.
Wild West. You have to see what, how viable the company is. Then we do NPS after each customer takes a ride or an airport transfer to monitor them. A lot of the times we switch off content as well. So there's a constant management of that. That for me is actually the most challenging part of it.
So you're doing the QA almost.
Everything. So all an airline needs to do mobility is like give us the integration in their app, and then we look after everything else.
Okay.
And because obviously we do so many airlines in-path cross-sells, they're kind of trust in our technology. So they hopefully they have the same trust for mobility as they do for car rental.
I'm interested to kind of a proper last question this time. I mean, is there a kind of a conflict between, for an airline where they've had car rental for a long time, which you've provided, and now you're offering this other thing? I mean, do they have preferred kind of, they often have preferred partners with car rental companies and things like that. And now you're adding something in which effectively competes with car rental. Is that ever caused conflicts at the airline level?
No, so with all of our airlines, we are the exclusive provider. So they only work with us for car rental. And then when it comes to mobility, it's a different customer. It's also offered at a different point in the customer journey. So car rental, we will fight hard to get an in-path cross-sell, a confirmation page, a homepage link. Whereas mobility is like much closer to travel. It's online check-in, it's when they're at the airport, and it's in destination. So the integration ask is actually much different to car rental.
Okay, that's great. Aileen McCormack, thank you very much.
Great.
To talk to.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks a million.